My name is Bradley Burnham, and this is Joe Jordan, and we are going to be presenting in the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. We want you guys to join as well. Joe has been a part of the UFO scene for quite a while as a former national director and former state section director formerly on the MUFON, Mutual UFO Network, and also he works at the Kennedy Space Center in safety. Both me and him will be presenting out there very soon. Joe, what are you going to be presenting on?
We're going to be talking about alien abductions, and specifically the idea that the alien abduction experience could be something other than what most people think it is. I want to be able to show all of the things that I guess the mainstream ufology doesn't like to look at, but it's part of the phenomenon and it does need to be looked at. I call them the red flags of ufology. There are things that don't make sense when you start looking at this phenomenon. And I think we can glean as much information about what this phenomenon is about from the things that don't make sense, as well as from the things that we try to claim as evidence for this phenomenon, which is very little, in fact. So I think that looking at the other side of it, looking at the things that don't make sense, I think actually does give us an understanding what we're actually looking at here.
I agree. And one of those aspects that's very peculiar to the whole thing is understanding what happens to you when you die. Because if I understand right, one of those red flags are that they see dead people. And so that's something I'm going to be talking about while we're there. And I'll also be asking you questions because you are the professional that's been doing this for quite a while, Joe. So I appreciate you coming to this.
Yeah, the idea of seeing dead relatives on a spacecraft during an alien abduction experience is something that definitely caught my attention early in my research. To me, that made no sense at all. That's one of those things I call a red flag of ufology. That's one of the things that we must look at a little deeper to get an understanding of what we're working with here. It doesn't make sense at all to be on an alien spacecraft and to see a dead relative. That just makes no sense. How that happens, that's something we need to pursue and try to understand. But it's almost a dead giveaway that what we're dealing with here is something other than an actual extraterrestrial biological entity that's abducting human beings.
100%. So join us at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. We're going to be doing this presentation along with many other people that are presenting along topics you're going to be really wanting to know more about. So we'll see you there.